Hello everyone, my name is Azatru, how are you, and welcome to another Star Wars Battlefront 2 mod showcase video, and this is the top 5 mods of the week, episode 118, and I've got 5 really cool mods to share with you this week, plus a few honourable mentions. But before we do take a look at this week's mods, let's take a look at the results of the poll you participated in last week. So, nearly 3,000 of you voted, but I do have some bad news regarding the poll. This is the final ever poll in the top right hand corner of the screen because YouTube has removed that feature, but fear not, there is a new way to vote and all the details will be later on in the video. But for now, let's take a look at the results of last week's poll. The Crazed Brother mod took 61%, followed by the Clan Vizsla Overhaul at 19%, the Hyperspace Loading Screens did 15%, A New Hope Han Solo took 2%, and the Death Star Escape Luke mod took 1%. So that is the final words in the story of YouTube polls, which is a real shame, but like I said, don't you worry, there is a new way at the end of the video. So this week saw a lot of mods made for Battlefront 2, and it was quite hard to pick the top 5 plus the honourable mentions. For example, there was this really cool dual lightsaber mods to work with Nano's Ahsoka mod, so you can actually use this online, it's safe to use online. There is even the Mos Eisley Cantina front end mod, which is also very cool. And there was even a new C-3PO mod like what I've shown before that has come back to the game. But let's get into some details on the best mods of this week, starting with the honourable mentions. And this is the Ben Swolo mod from Virels. So unlike the other monstrosity we've seen before, this is actually a more accurate representation of Ben Swolo. It includes a custom mesh replacing his body, and there is also custom textures as well. This mod has been highly requested, so I'm glad it has finally happened. The next honourable mention is going to be the Imperial Overhaul from CC 2980, and this replaces all of the textures of the Imperial units, including Iden, the Stormtrooper, Scout Trooper, Shore Trooper, the Death Trooper, the Rocket Troopers. The textures are in 4K resolution. The Sand Trooper is replaced by the Shock Trooper. The Snow Trooper has some new textures. The Stormtrooper helmet uses the model from the Vader Immortal VR experience, and there is also some new cloth textures for the Imperial Troopers, not including Iden. There is also an ISB agent add-on, so you can tweak the ISB agent with this overhaul mod as well. Next up is the top 5 countdown, starting with 5th place this week, and I have the Mira Jade mod from Virels. Now this is still an alpha, it is a work in progress, it's not 100% complete yet, there will be updates made to it, but it has been released on Nexus mod, so that's why I'm showing it. And it is well done, there is custom meshes for the outfit, the lightsaber, her face, the hair, which also includes some physics. There is also custom voice lines.
I suppose you have to do it alone. Yeah, I understand. Hey, if you want to do business with the slug, it's none of my concern.
We have multiple skins, so you have a hooded version and a non-hooded version, along with a hero portrait image. In future updates to this mod, there will be custom text changes, along with custom star card images, a better rigged face, 2 more skins featuring new models, plus 2 different hairstyles, and so much more. In 4th place this week, I've got the Ultimate Stormtrooper pack from Alt Instinct. This mod pack includes 3 different Stormtrooper variants from Rogue One, A New Hope, and The Empire Strikes Back. So starting with Rogue One, we have Stormtroopers that more resemble their counterparts from the film. For example, the Imperial Stormtrooper Heavies have been changed. The default is replaced with the Urban Patrol Sergeant. There is also an add-on file for a white Pauldron variant, along with the add-on to switch to a black and orange Pauldron. The Sand Trooper is replaced by the unit's leader, the Snow Trooper skin is replaced by the Urban Patrol Trooper, and the backpack is from what they wear on Jeddah, and it's got 2K resolution textures as well. There is an add-on file to remove some of the armour of the Death Troopers, so that's something we see in Rogue One. The Imperial Scout Troopers also have shinier and less weathered armour, and as you'd expect for the Empire Strikes Back and A New Hope variants, the armour is changed to be a little bit more closer to what we see in those films. There is also custom loading screens for all of the variations as well. In 3rd place this week, I've got the What If Old Ben mod from Claymaver 2000. So This imagines how Obi-Wan may look if Ewan McGregor did play old Ben Kenobi. So it has a bunch of custom textures and models. For example, the belt is a brand new model and the lightsaber has custom textures. But the biggest change is his head. So you have a custom face texture and the hair has been changed as well. And on top of that, there is custom weathering and normal maps on his outfit to show the age. The lightsaber colour has also been tweaked as well. You have a bunch of different skins at your disposal. You have the standard old Ben, where he's just wearing his Jedi tunic, and then the robes variant, and there is also the hooded variant if you want those robes with the hood on. But that is not all. There is a ghost Obi-Wan Kenobi skin. I know it looks a bit funky, but it actually works quite well despite the limited assets and the limitations of Battlefront 2. And an even funnier one is the Pile of Robes skin, which literally it is Obi-Wan's robes from A New Hope when he does become one with the Force, but you can still use his lightsaber. And finally, if you aren't a fan of the head, there is a custom head that you can enable, which is more inspired by Alec Guinness. I really like the various customization in this mod. It just gives you a lot of options, which is awesome. And the runner-up in this top 5 Mods of the Week episode is the Captain Vaughn mod from Poet and Nanobuds. You can replace both Finn or the Clone Commando with Clone Captain Vaughn from Season 7 of the Clone Wars. Rest in peace. So as you can see, the model work is absolutely fantastic, and the texture work as well. It looks phenomenal. It really does look great, and there is 4K textures, along with the special shoulder armour and upgrades which we see Vaughn have, and there is also Revenge of the Sith proportion edits to the armour and his appearance. There is custom clone voice lines, the same ones that we see Cody have in Poet's other mod, and on top of that, it's multiplayer safe.
If you're planning to find us a helping hand, you better do it now!
And there is even a weapon swap, which is also multiplayer safe as well, so you can play with clone pistols instead of Finn's weapons. Next up is the winner of this top 5 Mods of the Week episode, and it is the Clone Wars Clone Overhaul from Sample. You guys might have seen this on that standalone video I made earlier this week, but if you haven't seen it already, this is absolutely fantastic. It introduces the Clone Wars art style into Battlefront 2, replacing various Clone Trooper models. The skins included are the 332nd Legion that we see in Season 7, along with the 501st, the 104th, the 212th Battalion, and the Coruscant Guard as well. The 501st Jet Trooper is also included, so you can reenact scenes from Season 7 of the Clone Wars, specifically the Siege of Mandalore. And the 41st Trooper is replaced with Captain Vaughn, so he is here with the Clone Wars art style, and he does look good in it. As for the ARC Trooper, the default appearance is just a default clean clone trooper with no markings, it's pure white, and then we have the ARC Trooper 5 skin available as well, which looks fantastic. I know there is going to be a lot of people that are very happy with this mod because of 5s. Sample does say that he may be adding more skins to this in the future for various legions and characters, so make sure you go check it out if you haven't already, and send him some nice comments. I know it does look a little bit jarring, this art style, in the photorealistic art style of Battlefront 2, but nevertheless, you just have to admire the amazing 3D model work of Sample for putting this together. So those are your top 5 mods of the week. Remember to download them using the links in the description below. But now let's get into how you can vote from now on. It's very simple, just let me know down in the comments your favourite mod of this week. I will manually count the votes in the comments, and that is how we will get the results in next week's episode. All you have to do is either put the name of the mod, for example, the Clone Wars Clone Overhaul, or Clone Wars Clone Overhaul, something like that, or I really liked this Clone Wars Clone Overhaul for it to count. Just don't put, I really liked the Clone Wars Clone Overhaul, Ben Swolo, and the old Ben mod, because then I won't know who you are voting for. I know this is a bit of an inconvenience because the poll is just so easy, but unfortunately YouTube has removed it and we won't be getting it back, so I'm going to be trying with different ideas to make this series better and easier for you guys to vote, as long as it's clear. Let's just see how it goes this episode, and hopefully you guys don't have a problem commenting. And if you aren't around here, make sure you do subscribe and turn notifications on so you don't miss any future Battlefront 2 videos from me. I also want to give a quick shout out to my channel members at the Clone Commander tier. Barisofi, Imperial Remnant, and Senidoc, thank you so much for supporting the channel. And if you do want to get top 5 mods of the week, 24 hours before anybody else, plus a few other perks, and you are in the UK, Ireland, Brazil, South Korea, and Japan, you can get a free channel membership by hitting the join button down below. That's all from me. Thank you so much for watching this video, and check out any of the 2 previous videos on the screen if you did miss them, and I shall see you in my next Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. Goodbye.